ink on paper, vision, mission, values, ink on paper. Very few companies sit there and they very few of them infuse everything that they do, from emails to communications to meeting to decision making to environment to engagement. They don't talk about those values, but they look great on paper. They look good in front of our investors and maybe our customers. It's the fastest way to lose your credibility, both as a leader or as an organization.
Hi, this is your PM Cowboy coming back to you with our 42nd podcast. As always, I'm incredibly excited and proud to present today's guest. He's a reoccurring guest. Hayssam, welcome.
Thank you so much,
know
Mark.
each other. He and I know each other for quite some time. I don't just value him as a new one friend that we met over 2 years ago, but I always find it really, really engaging to have conversations with him on a multitude of different topics. We've had him once before on the topic of leadership, and where I thought we did a good job of kind of entertaining some of the key elements of leadership. But the purpose of the podcast here is not only to kind of do the surface of it, but try to dig deeper. The purpose of the podcast is to cover topics like project management, PMOs. I'll go ahead and share a slide that kind of shows this, right? Here are some of the topics we might cover. Project management, program management, portfolio management. You can see Hayssam there on leadership. We do agile, we do artificial intelligence, we talk about ethics and sustainability. We've talked about change management, startup companies, nonprofit, soft skills, communication, innovation, all that kind of stuff are things that we talk about. The actual purpose of the podcast is not just to be kind of something that you listen to while you're working out. That would be great if you do. But to really save you, some of you see the books behind me there. Those are actual real books, and people often ask me how many of them have I read. I'll be honest, not all of them, but maybe about 60%. This podcast is to help a lot of you professionals that might not have the time to go through the wealth of amazing topics that are out there, an easier way to kind of digest some of these topics. So we focus on all the managers and leaders out there that want to learn. And the topic today, Hayssam, is leadership, right? I've chosen you for this topic because you're not only a gregarious and an intellectual in the subject matter, but you are a subject matter expert. You've been coaching, mentoring, teaching, developing leaders throughout the world as individuals, but also helping organizations develop their leadership. And that's kind of what we're trying to focus on in this podcast. If you're an executive in a company, you should be asking yourself the question, are we ready for the 21st century? What does this mean for leadership? What kind of leadership culture do we have? Is there a way of measuring it? Is there a process? Is there a framework? We want to kind of get away from this philosophical discussion that everybody loves about leadership. We talk about it, but there's no nuts and bolts. There's nothing tangible, which makes it also easier for companies and people to kind of not go through the checklist. So welcome, Hayssam.
Thank you so much, Mark. It's always great to be on your show, and we've had multiple conversations off camera. We talk about things that we're both passionate about, and leadership is one of them.
Yeah. Let's kind of start off. You did the introduction last time. For those of you who want to know who Hayssam is, look at the other podcast. He did his passion journey there. I don't want to cut you off what that's concerned. But there's so much that I'd like to cover with you in this podcast. I want to use the time as effectively and efficiently on the topic.